Okay, we're gonna start 3 o'clock. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Thank you for being here. And happy Mother's Day almost. Next Sunday. Always the second Sunday of the month, of May. Yes. And I read that it started back in 1908 in a church in West Virginia when a mom passed away and they decided they should celebrate Mother's Day. So thank you for all the positive contributions for you moms out there or those that have maternal bonds. And I know that on that day, I think about my mom and how grateful I am for her positive influence in my life and how grateful I am to be a mom to two wonderful girls. So happy Mother's Day too. All right, we have a guest speaker today. This is Brandon Harding from Oasis. And I know that, how many of you have participated in an Oasis class before? Oh, look, see? I know that he came out last year, but the courses are always changing and they change catalogs all the time. So when I called him, I gave him an option of 3 different months and he told me the best month to come because the catalog is about to come out or is out or just came out. So no further ado.
Start right in with that? I thought you were going to introduce yourself.
Oh, well, I was making sure this thing works.
Do this. Hold on a second there.
Okay.
Brandon, you're a little bit quick for me there. Housekeeping here. Now you go.
Okay. Okay, great. All right. Well, hey, everybody, thank you for having me back out. I really do appreciate it. Again, my name is Brandon. I work at San Diego Oasis, and I'm program director there. I've been there for almost 9 years. So I was told that you have a lot of questions, and so I'm probably pretty well equipped to answer most of the questions. I'll mention it again at the end of the presentation, but I wanted to start off strong by announcing. So we do have our new catalog. That's what was said. I have a bunch of stacks over here, and that's the May-June catalog. And I did something special just for you all today. So we are able to use promo codes, so that way you can save some money off of upcoming classes. So just for the group here today, if you use promo code VILLAGE20 at checkout, and this is all this week from today till Friday, you're going to save 20% off of your entire cart for whatever classes that you register for. So again, just this week only, Village 20. I'll mention it at the end too, but just so you know, so you can hear about all the fun classes and then you can save 20% when you go on the register. So how about that? All right. So I know a lot of people raise their hand when they said, have you taken Oasis class? You know it. But for those of you who don't, what we're a nonprofit 501c3. And essentially what we do is we help older adults throughout the community. Folks who recognize that in retirement, the last thing you want to do is just sit at home and watch TV. Not good for your mind, not good for your body. There were, in fact, some health studies that demonstrated that being at home isolated in retirement, it's almost as detrimental to your health as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. I couldn't even believe that when I saw it, but it's one of those true facts. So at Oasis, you can come out, take a wonderful class, enrich your mind, or take one of our wellness classes, enrich your body, keep going. But then also too, there's this wonderful social community that we have at Oasis. So you're talking with our volunteers or with the instructor or with your other peers. And so often I've seen so many friendships flourish and begin at Oasis. My office is right at our wellness center. So I see people come in all the time, oh, hi, how you doing? And make a new friend. And then oftentimes they'll go out to coffee or Panera or Rubio's. We're right in Grossmont Center Mall. So there's lots of options. And I'll tell you, those stores, they love having Oasis there because we do give them lots of business, especially the Barnes and Noble for sure. But so that's really kind of what we're all about, is helping to prevent social isolation among folks after retirement who are looking to make new friends or just keep social, keep, meeting new people. That's what it's all about. And so every year we put on 3,000, it's probably more now, because we have two primary campuses, one in here in Grossmont Center in La Mesa, not too far from here, and then one up in Rancho Bernardo up there. I know it's a little bit of a drive, but I will tell you an advantage they have up there is they have a testing kitchen. And so you can go up there and see all of these wonderful chefs do cooking demonstrations. So that is a nice advantage up there in Rancho Bernardo. We don't have it in La Mesa, but I wish we did. So, like I said, we have fitness programs, we have lifelong learning programs. We also have volunteering and intergenerational tutoring opportunities as well. So if you're not interested in a class, but I hope that you are, we also have volunteering opportunities as well that might interest you. So demographics, we have over 57,000 people in our database, though our active total of people who taken a class within the last 4 or 5 months, it's over 5,000 people. So I know we are serving a huge contingent of the population here in San Diego. So I know a lot of great folks who are coming out to Oasis, not just at the two centers, but we also partner with a lot of city and county libraries. So we have free programs that actually occur at the libraries as well. And those all throughout here. We have San Carlos Library, Tierra Santa Library. We've in Point Loma, we're in Oceanside, Carl's, just all over, all over. Oh, sorry. Average age 73, 95% retired. There we go. And then females definitely outweighing the guys, in terms of overall demographics, 72%. We do have a men's group and they desperately need more guys. So if there are any guys in here, we have a men's group. They need more guys. So membership is absolutely free. In our catalog, you'll flip through it. You'll see a nominal price attached to each class. So what we do is kind of like an a la carte pricing model. So because I program such a diverse range of things, guitar class or, poetry or art, someone might not be interested in all those categories. So you just pay for what you're interested in. There's no registration fees or membership fees or anything like that. It's just the flat fee that you see attached to each class there. So we try to make it really easy and transparent so you know what you're paying for. So let's see here. So this is only actually, because we're a nonprofit, this is actually only part of our overall operating budget every year. Revenue comes from the class fees, but then also too donations, grants, and things of that nature. So our fundraising person would be mad at me if I didn't say do accept donations as a nonprofit, but so COVID-19 and the big digital divide. So during the pandemic, we never before did we do anything virtually. And I see here that you have folks virtually attending. So hi to all of you out there. We also do virtual classes as well. It's something that we started in the pandemic and then we just kept on going with because some folks like being in person, other folks like attending virtually. So we do have many classes that offer both, or some classes that are just virtual only, or some classes that are just in person only. So got a wide range of things. All right, so healthy living. Well, I know at the village, you already have chair yoga and you already have gentle strength conditioning and a few other classes like that. So we drumming and some more active classes like Zumba and bone building fitness, but cardio drumming, that's certainly the most popular thing. Let's see. Well, this is Russell here with Sit and Get Fit, but never mind that. Cardio drumming, you take basically a bucket and one of those big yoga balls, those exercise balls. We give you a pair of drumsticks and you can just take out all of your anger and rage in the world all choreographed to wonderful music, rock and roll and Latin and jazz and all that kind of stuff. So we have a fantastic instructor. Her name is Andra. She's there Monday through Saturday doing cardio drumming. It's our most popular class. So I do encourage you. I know you already got the great fitness classes here, but come check out cardio drumming. It is a lot of fun. A lot of people love it. So there's Tai Chi. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that's cardio drumming right there. with Andra. And like I said, it is a great workout, and people leave being like, okay, I came in with stress and now I'm leaving stress free. So I know it's an effective tool for sure. So, and then we also have soul line dancing. We have a few different type of line dancing classes as well, mixed in with some of the regular workout routines and things like that. And we typically do classes Monday through Saturday, 9:30 to 3:30. So we are like really running all day long over at the Wellness Center. And then Rancho Bernardo, they have a wellness center as well. Cardio drumming is up there too, so you can check out there. But then they also, of course, have some of the active classes, low impact classes, all sorts of different things. And there's a Rancho Bernardo Wellness Center. And then so lifelong learning, that's the other side. So we have all of the wellness classes, cardio drumming and all of that. And then we also have lifelong learning. So what that entails, just a multitude of different things. So we do history classes, philosophy classes. I normally reach out to a lot of the colleges and universities that are in the area, especially Grossmont College as well as SDSU. And so a lot of the professors who teach there, they come to Oasis and do, mini versions essentially of their classes at Oasis. So it's really enlightening, and I like it that we're having experts that are kind of currently studying these subjects coming in and giving us all the information that we need to know. So let's see here. This was just kind of about our grand opening and always growing at Grossmont Center, and just 2 years ago in Rancho Bernardo. So that facility is fairly new. Here's our location. On the left, that's our La Mesa facility, and on the right's our Rancho Bernardo facility. And the Rancho Bernardo facility, it's located right by the Kaiser and the Rancho Bernardo Library. So it's pretty easy to get to. And then La Mesa, like I said, it's just in Grossmont Center. So it's just right off the freeway and right across from Barnes and Noble. So very easy to get to. Like I said, we do arts and crafts, so everything from watercolor to acrylics. We do other mixed media. We do glass art. Oh, they just have a little bit of everything. Business, financial, and legal. That's primarily with Thrivent Financial. They have a great financial advisor. Anthony comes out and does all these wonderful workshops for us. We have technology and science classes. I'll get more into that a little bit later. History and humanities, I mentioned that with some of our wonderful professors here at SDSU and Grossmont College and all over. And then language and literature. If you wanted to relearn a second language or learn it for the first time, we offer Spanish, Italian, French, German, American Sign Language, and in the past, we've also offered Portuguese as well. That's not on the calendar right now, but it could come back. But there's a lot of options for you. Of course, Spanish, French, and Italian, those are the most popular. So we have multi-levels of each of those classes. So beginning, intermediate, and advanced. And lots of conversations, wonderful conversations that occur there. Theater and music. Like I said, I just do such an expansive roster. So my hope is that when anyone picks up the catalog, you're going to find something of interest. So for theater and music, I have music appreciation classes, but also too, anyone here play guitar? No one. Okay. So you're going to learn how to play guitar at our Learn How to Play Guitar class. And that's on Mondays with Mark Madruga. He works up at, there's a guitar shop up in La Mesa up there. And they've been there forever. Mark's been there for a long time. And he wanted to kind of give back to the community. So he does classes at Oasis. So he teaches beginning guitar, and then they do a guitar jam class as well. So that's a lot of fun, and that's been growing in popularity. But we also have an acting group. We have an improv group. We have a poetry group, a writing group. Again, all sorts of different things. So personal development as well. So these are things like health and wellness and setting goals so you can be successful in 2025. I've already set my calendar. So arts and crafts, just a few photos here that we've got of some butterflies, rock painting, some other acrylics classes. We do lots of fun stuff in there. So live performances, I mentioned some of the things, classes that we have, but then we also have local musicians and things like that who come in and do live performances with us. So these were just a few. On the left-hand side, that's Jefferson. He does the Rat Pack, and so he just sings all the songs. He's a really good performer. I asked him, well, how did you get into this, like to begin with? Because he's like 25 and he has a fantastic voice. He's, someone just gave me a CD and I was like, those are fantastic, timeless songs. So I think I'll do it. Now it's his business. So Jefferson with the Rat Pack. And we've had a lot of other great musicians as well. So I encourage everyone to definitely come on down to see a performance. Like I mentioned, some of the lectures and classes. Yeah, so on the left, that's Eamon. He does technology classes. And then up here, that's Peter Boland. He's one of our most popular speakers. He does a lot of philosophy classes. He's the chair of the philosophy department down at Southwestern College. And so he comes up to Oasis as well and does lots of great topics, great philosopher series, and he basically covers everyone of note historically in the beyond my realm of knowledge, but Peter knows it and he does it very well. And then, like I said, the cooking classes up in Rancho Bernardo, those are absolutely amazing. We started out just doing healthy classes, so learn how to make healthy food, and no one signed up. So then, so then I told the coordinator, okay, forget that. Let's just go with it. So now what we book is like how to make gelato, how to make chocolate cakes, how to make mac and cheese. Gosh, he finds really great gourmet chefs like all over San Diego at some of these best restaurants. And they come in and they'll make, elevated, forms of comfort food. And so yeah, we've had a great time with some of the cooking classes. But yeah, that was definitely a lesson I learned. People just want comfort food. So that's what we did. So Oasis and Cox Communications. Now, this is a great partnership that we have with Cox Communications. This is at La Mesa at Grossmont Center. So we have our Cox Tech Tank, and with that, we offer small workshops. So if you have kind of a need to know more in depth of a topic, anything tech related, we do these small workshops. Limit is 5 people. So that way you get time to kind of digest the information, ask lots of questions. And that's with our tech specialist, Monse. Now, the beyond those workshops, which is what everyone really is very popular, are the one-on-one consultations. Now, I'm sure everyone in here, myself included, I have at least one question on my phone, like how do I do this one thing? There's not really a number or a place you can call, right, to get tech help, like something really specific. My phone is doing this. How do I get it to stop? Or how do I get that thing to come back? Well, it's only $10. You tell Monse what the problem is. She'll research it and then sit down with you for 30 minutes and do a one-on-one consultation. And she'll walk you through step by step how to do that very specific thing that you want. So you can imagine Monse with her one-on-one consultations. She's booked out for weeks with people who have questions on their smartphone, their laptop, or their tablet device. So I highly recommend going and seeing Monse if you need anything tech related. Like I said, it's just $10 for a one-on-one consultation, and you get to sit down with a person face to face. There's not many services these days that can offer that at that price. So it is in part thanks to Cox Communication. So it's something really great that I encourage everyone to take a part of. So that's Monse right there. So see that big smile. You're gonna walk in like, okay, I've had this problem. She's gonna be smiling, no problem. I'll help you through. And she'll research it, and like I said, walk you down step by step and show you how to do it. And that's also Monse there leading one of the small workshops that she does. So one-on-one and then workshop. So and then party time. So we recently had, I know some of you who attended our open house the other day. Right here. Well, thank you so much for attending. And Sue, thank you, Sue, for coming every so often because we come out with these catalogs every other month. It's hard to keep track of. So every time we come out with a new catalog, we do an open house party, free food, free drinks. Everyone can come in, just hang out and have a really great time. For this party that we did, I think it was 2 weeks ago now, or no, was it last week? Okay. So 2 weeks ago, we had a really wonderful party. We had free fitness demonstrations. We also had instructors giving mini presentations about their upcoming lectures. So it was just a lot of fun. Again, free food, free drinks for everyone. It's a wonderful social opportunity. Again, because, it's all about community. So we really do it well. So yeah, here's some of the other dates of our upcoming pickup and catalog parties. So you can get your free catalog and of course get some free food and refreshments and just a nice time all around. Thank you for attending, by the way. Oh, and I'll mention, we also have a free opportunity drawing. So you might not have gotten one this time, but keep trying. Yes, it is at both places, on those dates at both places as well. And so for everyone who attends, you're registered for a free opportunity drawing at the end of the day. I draw one person to win a $15 gift card, one person to win a $25 gift card, and a grand prize winner who wins a $50 gift card. So I get a big bucket and everyone's name and number, mix it in there, and I pull out 3 lucky winners. So, and that's absolutely free, just everyone who comes and attends. So just something fun that we want to do for our parties. And then, like I said, we also have really meaningful tutoring and volunteer opportunities. So with our intergenerational tutoring program, we help kids who have fallen behind in reading. Now, what's great about the tutoring program is we provide all of the material and the training absolutely free. And then you go and do the tutoring sessions at a local school in your neighborhood. So that way you don't have to coordinate with, okay, where's the tutoring going to take place or anything like that. You actually go to the school, do the tutoring session right there with the child and help them get caught up in reading. So it's a really important thing. We have over 100 tutors who help us out with this each and every year. And it's a really wonderful program. We work with a multitude of different schools. So if you're interested in that, Michelle, she's our tutoring coordinator. She can help you get set up or answer any questions that you might have. And of course, once someone gets involved with the tutoring program, they stay with it because, well, it's really a wonderful thing. And you work with the same student each time. So you kind of get them to see them grow and develop. And it's just really powerful. So a lot of people have been volunteering in the tutoring department for many years just because of the bond that they have with the student that they've helped tutor and mentor. And then we also have volunteering. So you can come to one of our centers and volunteer, but or you can just take a class, but entirely up to you. And there's a picture of some of our volunteers there for one of our technology events that we did a little while ago. So I know that was a lot of information. So I'll repeat it again. Village 20, that's going to save it. But questions, are there any questions? Yes.
So to be a volunteer there, are
Yes.
there volunteer teachers?
So there are volunteer
Oh,
teachers,
but they're
yeah.
not the majority.
So some instructors are paid, some volunteer. So for anyone here, if you want to volunteer as a teacher, I appreciate it very much so as a nonprofit. But there are some instructors like our wellness fitness folks, for example. That's their business. They're independent contractors, 1099, and they're teaching here, YMCA's all over the place. So for them, it's their business. So we do provide compensation
And
for
the
them.
professors, are they doing that? Are they volunteering?
It's a mix of both, some of the professors, they want to do it out of the goodness of their heart, but they do also ask for compensation. Yes.
To go volunteer in the school, don't you need to have a TB test and be cleared?
So I believe so, but Michelle, she would be the person to ask on that.
I know you.
Okay, there we go. So, yeah, Michelle, she's the one, she works with all of the schools. I'm kind of just in the programming in my little office, just making up programs and doing the catalog. So
Okay.
that would definitely be a Michelle
Yeah.
question for sure. But she is the one who connects you with the school, with the student, training, everything A to Z. Yeah. Yes,
The drum class,
there we go.
the drum class. Is there a limit to the number of people that you can accommodate in any one?
Yeah, so the drum class is limited right now to 25. We started, so I had to buy all the equipment and I started with 12 and I thought, okay, well, I don't know how this is going to do. So let me just see here. First few times out there weren't a lot of people and I was like, oh gosh, I just spent all this money and like, But then we got this wonderful instructor, Andra, and oh my gosh, it was like immediately sell out. So I was like, okay, let's add another date, and then let's add another date, and then let's buy more equipment. So right now, the answer is how many can we accommodate for one class is 25. That's pretty much the size of the room and the amount of buckets and balls and drumsticks that I have. And those drumsticks, they break every so often, so I got to keep accounting of those. But anyways. That's exactly right. No, and I'll also tell you, some people now, because they're so devoted, they buy their own fancy drumsticks and bring them into the class. And I told our office manager one time, like, some of these people, they're bringing in like batons. It's not even a drumstick. Yes, over here.
I have two people sitting next to me here that are volunteer reading tutors,
Oh,
and they do it up at the Vista Grande Elementary School. And I'm just-
fantastic. Well,
I'm just
still,
wondering,
that's
do
a
you
wonderful
coordinate
thing.
with the program there, or do you coordinate with that? Everyone's a reader, your program?
Okay. Yeah, most of the tutoring questions, anything specific would be a Michelle question, that's for sure. Right over here. Yes.
Cardio drumming, because I went one time.
Oh,
And I thought it was really, really fun. And I plan to go again sometime, but I also came home and bought my own equipment.
there you go. And Andra, the instructor, she does post wonderful YouTube videos. So if you didn't know, Andra has her own YouTube channel where you can do cardio drumming at home all day and night. Just don't bother your neighbors with all the noise. Any other questions?
One more. for
Yeah.
me. So I'm the nutrition geek here.
Okay.
I appreciate the kitchen, but I did see that there's Blue Zone cooking classes.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
So
Yay.
we do have a few, and I'll say beyond the cooking classes, I do work with a few health coaches and nutritional coaches and folks from Sharp Healthcare and things. So a lot of the health classes more take place in form of like lectures and things like that. So coming up, I have Sonia Cervantes. She's a wonderful health coach, and she owns her own business, Sonia's Healthy Corner. Very healthy. And so Sonia, she talks about various subjects like how to tame your sugar dragon. So that's something I need help with personally. So I need to go check out Sonia. But she also does other things like how to prepare more plant-based lifestyle and kind of live by that. So yeah, just for the cooking, people wanted all junk food and bad food for you, which is fine. I get that. I myself am victim to that. So, but then you can take a health lecture and feel better. Yes, exactly. I'll tame that sugar dragon one day, I'll tell you.
So how long do this particular phase of classes, how long do they last?
Yeah, so the catalog that's out right now, that's for the May and June period. And so that covers that. And then, oh golly, at the end of, or June, in June, yes, 2 months. Yeah, so basically each catalog spans 2 months, and that's what's available online for you to register for at any given time. So right now we're still planning the July and August, kind of getting all of that squared away, and then mid-June that will open up on the website so you can see all the July and August content. But there are so many things that are changing, and sometimes I like to do more current event things. So it's nice to be on this kind of bi-monthly catalog as well, because that way we can sometimes fit in topical things into the established curriculum. Did that answer the question? I'm sorry, I should have asked. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So again, Village 20, and that will be open all week. So from Monday to this Friday, save 20% on anything that you register for. Oh, thank you so much. I'll be all together. So. Ah, and I do have plenty of catalogs out here. So please take one, take a few for your friends too, if you think anyone might be interested in attending Oasis or find out more. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much. All right.
Hey, you're welcome to stick around and just listen, but you're also welcome just to just.
They want me back at the office. How long is it? You get an hour. Thank you all.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna move right along so that we can celebrate Cinco de Mayo after this. Cassandra, you're on. You are up.
All right. Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna start following Oasis because I think we need to go to that open house. We need to know when those are. So,
The open house was wonderful.
okay.
And, I went to find about,
Oh,
and then I went to an open house, what, 2 weeks ago, Linda? And I went just to find out about 1 or 2 classes I was interested in.
yeah.
And they had the instructors come up and talk about their classes. And I found out more classes that I wanted to go to in the next 2 months. One was how to pack your suitcase when you're going on a long trip.
That's great.
That's
That's a good one.
all sorts of different topics.
Good.
I love them.
Well, it would be really great if we could coordinate, like for some art classes or something like that we all want to attend. Yeah. Yeah, carpooling would be great. So I have a note to follow them, so I will keep that on my radar. But today I want to just thank all of you and congratulate you on our first resource fair. It was such a hit. It was so great. We have gotten amazing feedback. And as you know, the big goals of this event, number one, we want to help our supporting partners have a great platform to share their services. And those partners are incredibly happy with the fair. We want to raise awareness about TVSD in the community, and that went great. That mailer went out. We had a huge success. We were able to track a lot of it. And also, of course, we want to bring wonderful resources to all of you and seniors in the community. And I think based on the surveys, everyone was pretty happy with what they saw. Those surveys were tallied, and if you did the survey, you remember we asked a bunch of questions, and we got very high scores. People were very happy. They're going to come back. They helped us determine what we might want to provide next year. Senior transportation was a big one. It's also going to let me follow up with these individuals individually based on their interests and talk to them about the village. So huge success, huge success. We're going to do this every year. It's going to be great. So again, just thanks to all of you. Very, very successful. Raffle prizes. We had about 12 amazing raffle prizes, many because of your donations. Thank you. 4 of our members did win. Marilyn Shatia, Cindy Polinsky's husband, Bob, Claudette Steinhauer. I always mess up their new members. And who's our 4th? Janelle Harris, also another new member. Yeah. So that's great. So, and then with the other prizes, I have been meeting up with the winners and talking to them about the village, which is great because, the village is it's not a simple thing to explain. So it's great to have some FaceTime, various ages of these people that I'm dropping gifts off to. So it's really great to solidify that relationship and their knowledge of the village. So we have added we had 162 is the final registration count. I would say about 30 are exhibitors. So, and about half of those were members. So that's another 70 so of brand new people that registered, and now we have their email information and they want to know more about us. And the next thing we're going to send them, some people were calling to say they couldn't come to the fair, but please add me to your mailing list. So it's great stuff. So did anybody see this? Yes. Yay. Okay, this is the next big one, April 15th. And this is the kind of thing that we can email to the community. May, sorry. I'm doing all my billing from last month. So this is coming up, and this is the kind of thing that we can email to this non-member database so they are aware of the things that we offer to our members in the community. So please sign up for this. It's on the website, but you will register at their link. You'll take this link and register with AARP. Registration's not required. Just show up here in the big room at the Fellowship Hall, April 15th. Oh my gosh, thank you. Is anybody not aware of this yet? Have I not talked about this enough? We all know about the Scam Jam tour. Okay, good. I think it's gonna be great because it's the Scam Jam tour. So the FBI, Aging and Independent Services, and AARP are all joining forces to provide this Scam Jam tour around San Diego to help people avoid being scammed. So it's great opportunity for us. And it allows us to run ads. I'm going to run a lot of ads that will increase our followers, inviting people to this sort of event. And the great thing is, other than the room rental, we didn't pay for any of it, right? AARP sent to their massive database. So, and of course, everyone that walks through the door is going to get a Tier Santa Village brochure and talk to me. So it's going to be great. Let's see. The next big thing that we have to do after that is our fair, craft fair and parade, May 17th. Patriots Day. All right. So we need walkers, please. And does anyone own a classic car they would like to drive in the parade? Okay. The Wilsons are unavailable. You guys do? The Wilsons. So I think they're unavailable this year. I inherited my dad's 65 Grand Prix, but I'm really scared about anybody that follows that car because I think the emissions and whatever just is really, really bad. So please sign up. Oh gosh, I need to get you a pen. Please sign up. Oh, thank you. Please sign up if you can join us in the parade. Everyone is welcome in the parade, grandchildren, fur babies, everybody. Please, it's about a mile from the high school to the library area. And then you can stop by the craft fair booth, our craft fair booth. And just let me know if you have any questions. If you sign up to walk, I will contact you with more information. Let's see, anything else? Just for anybody that didn't get to see the presentations at the fair, you know, those were repeat presentations for us. I'm really happy about getting through this fair because we now know that parking is not an issue. We're going to be okay because people come and go. They don't stay for the whole thing. So I think it's good that we deliver prizes after. You don't have to be present. What's the other thing about that? Parking. Oh, and then so there will be room. Now, I do like the idea of us having repeat presentations at the fair because then it gives our members a chance to take volunteer shifts and this room won't be super crowded. But if you do happen to miss one of the presentations during the year that we repeat at the fair, there'll be room for members this year. So if you have any questions, if you for some reason have never heard from the nutritionist Tara Coleman, or have never had the opportunity to go to a Harmony home medical supply event, let me know. I'm happy to share information. I did bring some of the Harmony handouts with some great safety checklists. So I'm happy to get you in touch with those people and give you any resources. And remember that Harmony is giving us a free home assessment. She comes through the house and she identifies areas that you may not realize are fall risks, and they watch you walk through the areas, and it's just really, really great. My parents did that as well. Yeah, yeah.
The exact same thing outside.
Oh, okay, great. So Linda, yeah.
Hold on.
Okay, great. So Linda Reese was just saying that she did the assessment, and they also do the same survey outside to ensure there's no hazards outside. So a great resource free for members. So thank you all again. I'm just super, super happy with how well that fair went, and we have a very exciting year ahead. I had 2 people come up to me wanting to be partners at the fair. So, and then another one that was referred to us. So I am going to be busy talking to those people. I'm booking those now. And I think Marilyn and I, we already have, gosh, about 3 people registered for the happy hour. And then I have those people that wanted to be added to the list that we will invite. So, yeah.
What about the craft booth? Do you need?
So Marilyn, I think, is going to talk about craft booth, but please do sign up for the parade. We need a decent amount of people. Yes.
Just so you know, they're working on Canyon Hills High School.
Oh.
So they blocked off most of the stuff. I'm gonna be doing the registering for the people who are in the parade. So parking's going to be limited because there's also a San Diego Unified School District in service there that day.
Wow, so we
So
need
they're
to
gonna walk in the
carpool.
parade.
Yeah, we need to carpool if we're
and
walking
get
in the
their-
parade.
Park at
Okay.
the end of the parade, we're gonna walk in the parade.
Yeah.
Oh, park
that's
at the
good,
end and then
yeah.
carpool
Yes,
over.
yes.
Great. I like that
Yeah.
idea. Okay. And will we be using that lot, the back lot or the front
We'll be
lot?
Using the back
The
lot.
back
like
lot,
they
okay.
usually do,
Oh,
but it's
okay.
Blocked off.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So
Oh, I
look
did
back
see
there
that.
before you-
Okay, gotcha. Right.
There's
Good
no
idea.
access.
Any other questions about marketing, village admin stuff? Okay, thank you.
Good job, Sandra. Thank you. Hey, Bradley. Oh.
I have three announcements. Now if I can read my notes, we'll be in good shape. Last time we met, I asked you if you wanted to have any particular topics or information given to you that you didn't have. And I don't remember if I used cluttering and getting rid of your treasures as an example, but that's what I got back. Anyway, so what somebody said is they wanted to know decluttering, what's valuable, where to take the stuff, and how to determine the value of things. So I started looking for workshops, Zoom presentations, etc. And ironically, I found the place I needed through a Senior Planet, which if you went to the fair, you know, Senior Planet was from ARP, was one of our people that was there. So I have given you information. There's two of them. Both of them are next Friday. They're both on Zoom. One is from 11 to 12 and one is 12 to 1 Pacific time. And so the first one is introduction to selling online. So it covers things like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Nextdoor, Craigslist, eBay, Etsy, Amazon, Mercari, and Poshmark. And so if you're interested in learning how to sell online, you know, the stuff that it's too good to give away to the Salvation Army, but you don't really know how to even determine how much it's worth or how to go about selling it. This is the first one. So I'm going to put it on the table over there. And then the other one was called Spring Decluttering. Yeah, I thought that was funny too. It says before you spring clean, and I thought, well, that's interesting right there. I don't know if I do that. Spring declutter, and it talks about why we have a difficult time getting rid of our stuff. And so that's kind of like an introduction. So I gave you this stuff for that too. So both of these, if you are interested, they're both on Zoom. And then starting on May the 30th, which is a Friday, tradition, I don't even know why we started this on a Friday, but the last Friday of the month, starting in May, we will do This Is Your Life. I don't remember if it's 3 or 4. 4, okay, 4. And what people have asked me is, what the heck is that? And after you've done the lawyer thing with establishing your estate, your will, and you've done the lawyer thing in the advanced directives, then there's a whole realm of information that you all need to be exposed to so that you can have a peaceful death and not know that people are cussing you to death because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. Because the first thing that's going to have to know is where in the heck is the password to get into your computer? And then when are things due and where do you send them? And so based on really Jenny's, she developed this thing that started it off. So it's personal, all about me, legal documents about where is your advanced care, health care directive, and the Porsche, which is the one that really gets down to details about what you do and you don't want done to you, when you can't talk for yourself. Real estate, property, finances, where's your credit cards, your retirement accounts, if you are lucky to have a safety deposit box, which is getting rare, where is it? So all of your revenues, your expenditures, your PayPal, Venmo, your insurance policies, I'm using Jenny's thing, Medicare, Medi-Cal, health carriers, Medicare card, primary physician, chiropractor, all of your doctors, you know. As we get older, we get more and more doctors. What are your prescriptions and how do you go about stopping those things? That what's involved with your house, the key to your house and security codes and all of those sort of things. And when you get all of this information, your electronics, your cars, then you have to decide whether or not you want to put it on a thumb drive, or you want to put it in the cloud, or you want to keep it on paper. You know, most of us who have gone through this process, which many of us have not finished yet, even though we've been through 1 and 2 and 3. So those of you who have started and didn't finish are more than welcome. Those have never started, but I'm thinking about it, please come and start on it. Because the more that you're exposed to it, the more eventually you may be done. And then you get to look at it every year to update it. You're never done. So, and then the last thing we talk about is the end of your life and your arrangements. And I do think we haven't had a person come with funerals and what kinds of funerals there are and what kinds of things if you should get your paid for in advance or not or whatever. So I was thinking we'll probably do one of those later, but right now, and eulogies and family funeral plans and all that. So anyway, it's a long list of things to do. We usually meet once a month, the last Friday from 1 to 2:30, usually here. But I said to Cassandra, we could easily meet in the clubhouse because we have the upper and lower
But
thing.
it's approved for here.
It's approved for here. Okay, 1 to 2:30 here on Friday, May the 30th. And the last thing I wanted to say is, if you are wondering what you could do about transportation before we go on to this, there is a finite number of resources on our website that I'm sure have not been taken off yet that I know of. And one of them is, we've done a revision. We had a peer-to-peer workshop. We had information on that. And then we revised it maybe a year or two ago. So if you need to know what transportation options are open to you and you can't drive anymore and you don't want to depend on people in the village, or they are not available and you need a ride, then please look at the website, okay? So, and that's it, I think. And I did drumming too. When I was in cardio rehab, I thought it was going to be one of those. And they have you dancing. They have you doing calisthenics. And different kinds of music. But it was really fun. I agree. It was fun.
Okay, I'm gonna call on Georgia. I don't know. In my, yes, come on up. I want you all to know that Georgia has stepped up to be social chairperson. I'm trying to relieve myself of a few of my chairmanship.
I feel intimidated.
So, be kind to her. She's.
I'm still learning. I'm still looking for a secretary, somebody that can do tables and knows Excel. No, okay. Thanks. Okay, so Yeah, so I'm gonna be the new So my announcement is about this month's event, which is, of course, Cinco de Mayo. So it's, of course, tacos, and it's gonna be not gonna be Taco Tuesday. It's gonna be Taco Wednesday. Because I think we couldn't get the church. So it's on May 28th, from 5:30 to 7:30. It's gonna be catered. I understand there's gonna be homemade tortillas, beef, pork, and chicken. And then the Canyon Hills High School is going to be performing, as I understand, with some music. Oh, okay. And somebody's gonna be singing?
They're bringing a couple singers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the village vocals.
Yes, yeah. So, and it's $20. Deadline is May 20th. Make sure you register because the food has to be ordered. So it's really difficult to try to accommodate anybody after that time. And then our next event, which you'll hear about sometime in probably early June, is cornhole, which I'm gonna be doing with Gunner, who's back there. And you'll be hearing more about that. I also just wanted to mention, there's a couple of things that got added to the calendar. It's not part of the social committee, but it came out of our meetings, and we called them focus groups, where people met and they just had ideas of things that they wanted to do, but it wasn't necessarily a whole village kind of event. It wouldn't attract that. So one of them was a walking group, which Jenny, I think, led. And Marilyn. And that was at Miramar Lake. And I understand it was very fun. And you're planning another one in June. Oh, okay.
It's gonna be closed.
Oh, well, they're gonna go somewhere. I don't, yeah. And then also, we had people that just volunteered to take the lead. And I encourage anyone, if there's something, especially like they were talking about the Oasis, like if you want to do something, but you don't want to do it alone, because that's often me. I'm like, oh, that'd be a great idea, but I never get around to it. So these people have stepped up. So there's Healing Horses, which is tomorrow. And I think that's Mike Sessions. And then Dick Benton is coordinating a Campo train trip. And I believe you can sign up online, right? On the village website. I don't know. Are people doing that or they're just contacting you?
What's the
Okay.
cutoff date, Dick? What's the cutoff date?
The day before?
Wednesday, because they don't have a deadline, but they would like to know.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's all I have. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, number 8. I also want to give credit to Sue and to Diana Keys, because they are on the social team and part of us. They will pull a lot of their.
Okay, well, membership and volunteers. And our membership is growing little by little. We're up to 132 members now. You saw in the vibes, we just added one new member, Jay Keys, who is Diana Keys' husband. He officially joined. And we're having our next happy hour for prospective members will be on Wednesday, May 21st. And if you have any friends or family members who are thinking about joining the village, please invite them, and you are welcome too if you bring a friend or family member to come to this happy hour and find out about the village. And from the resource fair, we have about 5 prospective members that will be attending. And we're looking forward to having a nice group. And we talk about the history of the village, the purpose of the village, how we're associated with the National Village Association, and just about the activities we sponsor and our committees and so forth. So it's a wonderful opportunity for prospective members. So keep that in mind, please. Also, I wanted to announce that we're doing our Bunko fundraiser. This is an annual event. It's been a wonderful fundraiser for the village. It costs $20 to come and play Bunko for 2 hours at the clubhouse. We will have prizes. We have gift cards, prizes donated by our members. And that's going to be Tuesday, May 13th. So next Tuesday from 2 to 4. We already have 16 people signed up. We have room for 28. We can fit in 7 tables of 4 per table. So please, all you do is roll dice. It's just kind of a silly game. So there's no skill involved. And, if men want to come, you're welcome. We do have one man signed up already, one of our new members. And you know what, Greg? Is Greg there? Greg? It was suggested that the Romeo Club come and join us for Bunko. So anyway, that was a suggestion. So please sign up because we are limited to 28 people for Bunko. And it's fun. And you can bring snacks. We're going to have some snacks already provided. And if you want to bring your own beverage, you're welcome. So that's a fun afternoon, and it's a great fundraiser for our village. Another fundraiser that's coming up is our participation in the craft fair for Patriots Day. And again, that's May 17th. We're going to have a booth where we're selling homemade crafts and baked goods. So I'm passing around 2 signups. One is if you're willing to donate some homemade articles, either, as I said, baked goods. We have several people that have already donated things or talked about what they're going to donate. Carol Higgins' husband, Bob, is an artist. He's going to donate some artwork. Mike Sisson is Lori's partner, is a potterer. Is that the right word? Potterer. And he's going to donate some of his pottery. Jenny is donating a lap quilt that she made, plus some baked goods. Rhoda talked about maybe donating some homemade things. She's a quilter and an all-time sewer. She's wonderful. So anyway, if you have things that you'd like to donate, homemade, if you crochet, if you do artwork, crafts, we'd love to have some homemade things for our booth. And again, baked goods too, cookies and brownies, finger food mostly, or little miniature. Last year, Fran made like 50 pumpkin breads, I think it was, Fran, and they sold like hotcakes. So any kind of little miniature breads, banana bread, whatever. It's a fundraiser. So if you'd like to donate, please mark your name here. Here's a pen. And we also need workers for the booth. I think it starts at 9 to 2. And we would like some people to come at 8 to help us set up the booth too. Joe? Oh, I know Joe's our all-time volunteer there. So thank you. So we'll pass this around if you'd like to sign up for the craft fair, and it says work at the booth. So I'll pass this around as well. So please sign up. And then, following up from what Georgia announced about the focus group, the walking group. We had originally 7 people signed up for our walking group last Thursday? Yes, last Thursday morning. And we ended up with 3 because one person fell and couldn't come. And another person had a bad cold and another person had a trip come up. Anyway, but we did schedule another one for Friday, June 6th. So look on the calendar. We had thought we'd walk the other part of Miramar Lake, but we found out it's going to be closed. Who said that? Oh, okay.
The Gloria's budget.
Oh, okay. So anyway, we'll find other places to walk. We've talked about walking at Coronado from the ferry landing under the bridge and into Glorieta Bay area. We've talked about Canyon Rim around Tierra Sana. We've talked about the Embarcadero starting at Seaport Village and walking all the way down, past where Anthony's used to be. And so anyway, we'll get some walks going, but the next one is going to be Friday, June 6th. So I think that's my announcements and for activities for fundraising. And then we have our volunteer of the month. And by the way, for those of you that could not come to our volunteer appreciation brunch, the committee decided to form a volunteer of the year. And this year it was Bradlin who was chosen. And she's such a dedicated volunteer, and she does so much for the Care and Wellness Committee. She's our liaison to AIS, Aging and Independent Services. And she's a neighborhood captain, and she volunteers just so much for so many things. So we appreciate you, Bradlyn. But our volunteer of the month this month is Joe Carl. And you saw her hand just went up when I said I needed volunteers to work the booths. Joe has been a steady volunteer, a constant volunteer with the village since its inception. She's done so much over the last 17 years. Currently, she's our organizer and leader for our book club, which is growing, by the way. We have almost 15 to 20 people now on our list that we mail out to announce the book for the month. But she keeps us all organized. She does a lot of research for each book each month with the author. She finds interesting photos, announcements, YouTube videos for us. She's very clever in that respect. So she's the leader of our book club. When we have events like the volunteer appreciation event, our annual business meeting dinner, the holiday party, whatever, she signs up for these little committees, mini committees. She's the first one to arrive, set up the tables, put the tablecloths on. She's the last one to leave. You'll see her in the kitchen. I mean, she's always volunteering for our neighborhood group. She's led some of the activities for us. So anyway, Joe, thank you so much. And look, she's back there. She's learning IT. She's gonna.
I'm just here like.
Thank you, Joe, for all you do. Okay, I think that's all of my announcements. Thank you so much.
Rhoda is not on our agenda, but she does want to talk to all of you about some Raise Right training. And I went to Raise Right this morning and I bought something for Home Depot and for Ulta and Amazon. It's fun.
You know where all this fundraising money goes? Anybody know? Holiday party. So if we came up with a $75 a plate dinner for the holiday party, we might see a slump in attendance. But when you participate in the fundraising events, all of that money brings that $75 dinner down to $55, $60, $65, a reasonable event. So can I have a show of hands of how many people are familiar with Raise Right? See, most everybody. Well, in the 11 months of 2024, Raise Right brought into the village more than $893 in 11 months. And that really didn't cost you anything because what you bought, you spent at the vendor. This year, so far in 4 months, we've raised $270. But there's been some feedback that people aren't really sure how to get started, how to use, how to participate in making this a worthwhile endeavor. So we're having a class Friday afternoon, this Friday, from 1 to 2, I believe it is, to get you started, to get you going, to answer the questions, to show you how you can spend your money at the vendors that you would normally spend, but a part of that comes back to the village in the form of money from the vendor. So when you buy $100 gift certificate at Vons, you're getting $100 worth of merchandise. But Vons and the corporate organization gives us at the least 4% or $4. Doesn't come out of your pocket, doesn't come out of my pocket, comes out of the corporate pocket. So we're hoping that those of you who may have questions about Raise Right will come on Friday. Share your experiences, tell us how you're using it, about the bonuses that periodically you get in the mail. And when you register, sign up online, we ask that you bring a paper and pencil, bring your phone, bring your tablet, bring your, say again, laptop, whatever vehicle you use.
Or your routing number, right? Yeah. People wanting.
If they want to use their bank account, they
Yeah.
need their routing.
Yeah,
Right. So come and learn all about it.
thank you.
You can do all three things. You can find out about decluttering, you can find out about sewing, and then go to Raise Right.
I need copy of your handout. Thank you.
All right, Village Vocals, you're up. Time for birthdays.
Okay, well, we're here to announce the birthdays for the month of May. We have on May 10th coming up, Donna Doby. On the 11th is Denise Greger. On the 12th is Gail Wilson. On the 16th is Tom Van Benthuysen. On the 21st is Greg Zweibel. Happy birthday. Okay. On the 22nd is Delise Konensbach, who's in France, and she'll be there for her birthday. Lucky Delise. And then we have one anniversary, and that is Tom and Arlene Hitchcock will be celebrating their 50th, their golden anniversary. So let's sing happy birthday to our villagers.
Sorry, no hats today.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear villagers. Happy birthday to you. And I forgot to make one quick announcement. A while back ago, we did the mail call letters of thank you to the veterans. Pardon? Yes, it was last weekend, and I already got feedback from Donna Hester, who's the one who organizes the mail call. And I want to read you, we got one of our letters again, went to someone who, it was so wonderful. Joan Mallory, she's not a village member, but she wrote, "Thank you for sending cards for the recent honor flight. My husband received one and appreciated your thoughtfulness. God bless you at Tierra Sana Village." So we sign all the letters, Tierra Sana Village. So again, we've participated 4 times, and out of the 4, three people have recognized and let us know that they've received one of those letters. So anyway, it's much appreciated. And I'm thanking you all again for participating. Oh, Sheila wanted me to tell you that our neighborhood group, just yesterday, we had it was supposed to be a picnic, but the weather was so ominous. We all met at Bradlin's house, but it was our neighborhood group, and we met with the intergenerational students, those students from UCSD, and we had a wonderful potluck with them, and they brought their heritage food, the food from Japan, Vietnam, Mexico, and shared with us. And it was just a wonderful time. Those students give so much of their time and do so much for us. And we did invite them to our volunteer appreciation brunch, but they were all at class at 10:30 on a weekday morning, so none of them could come. But we really appreciate the tech help they've given us. They've organized the book club, chat groups, AI information, and now they wanted to share their cultures with us. So anyway, thank you for reminding me of that, Sheila.
Hey, Ken Ross. Ken's gonna come up with a big smile on his face because this is his last meeting to have to give the president's report, and he's gonna be off to Maine at the end of this month.
Want to come with me?
No, yes.
We all go.
On that boat?
And Georgia, you don't need to be concerned. Ginny, I've worked closely with her for the past year. She will be very helpful and supportive in that transition. So you don't, just relax, have fun. That's what this group is all about, right? Socializing, networking, having some fun and so forth. I just want to update you on some the activity the board's been doing. You know, we have this thing called member services that we're wrestling with, trying to make sure that we come up with a methodology that is effective, efficient, and responds to the needs of our memberships. And your board's been working very diligently, exploring and so forth. In our last board meeting, we had two individuals join us. We had Jessica Reeder Flax, the executive director of the San Clemente Village, and Susan Eldridge, the executive director of the villages at San Mateo. They've met with us, and we had, I believe, a half a dozen members that joined our board of directors meeting, and they were there to hear what these folks shared with us about what are they doing, how are they doing it, how did they develop it, all this great information. And they asked some very good questions, as I think the board did as well. And now we want to follow up with those folks. And we've got 3 of our members who volunteered to meet one-on-one with at least one of those 2 women, if not being able to get 2 of them pinned down, so that we can really start to develop something that will work for us. So that's a continuation of what we're doing here. And this next board meeting, May 22nd, is going to be our first board meeting where we're going to experiment with an open forum in order to give our memberships an opportunity to be more involved, participate, maybe get questions answered earlier than they might otherwise. We're inviting our members to attend our board meeting. And we're going to experiment and start and set aside the first 15 minutes, and we're going to call it an open forum. The agenda for the meeting will be sent out and put onto the website about a week before the meeting. So you're welcome to look that up. You'll see the agenda, the topics the board is going to be addressing. And if there's something on there that you want to provide information to us, or you want to make sure we know something about something that's you're familiar with, or if you have questions that you want quick answers to, you're invited to come to the meeting. And depending on how many people we have, we'll have to limit your question or your information to a couple minutes, maybe 3 tops. So I don't know if we'll have 0 people or 20 people. It's going to be an experiment. That's why I use that word. So we'll try to be flexible and see how it goes. After this May meeting, our future meetings will be on Zoom. So if you want to attend those in our open forum, we'll need to know in advance so that we can send you a link to attend the meeting via Zoom, which works very well. So, thank you very much. It's been a great meeting. Thank you.
Okay, any round table items?
We have one.
Okay, yeah, Cassandra and I wanted to share a little bit about, in full transparency, since we're starting to open the forum and people in general, we want to make sure that everyone knows what's happening. Most of you know that we're part of the Village to Village Network, National Village to Village Network. We're also part of the California movement. And every year they have conferences. This year they're having, both conferences are in September. One is Zoom, one is in person. And typically we send board members to these because it requires you to have a sincere interest in the sustainability of our village. There's a lot of topics that are discussed. We take notes. We're expected to take notes, to listen, and also to come back and share that information with the village, and also to be part of an active team that's going to implement some of the things that we may be learning. We're going to be especially interested in learning about member services and what other villages are doing. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to network with other villages, but also to learn from other villages what they're doing and how they are implementing some of these things that we're interested in doing. So we wanted to let you know about that because we're always interested in people who are interested in being on the board, not necessarily right immediately now, but in the future. And if any of you are interested in attending any of these conferences and want to be taken into consideration for that. So,
But even more so than just the board, anyone that wants to have a general or more detailed understanding of what the village movement does for all the people in the 300 villages across the country, to just understand that more and possibly utilize your individual strengths, whatever your background is or whatever your interests are, how you can possibly apply those and help lead the village in one way or another. But gaining a knowledge of that bigger picture is going to a conference is a great way to do that.
so just
So there's the one that in September, the national one is online. So it is about a day and a half. What would you say, about 3 hours each day?
Yeah, and there's different sessions you can sign up for, and it's all on Zoom. It's the 29th and 30th of September.
Yeah, so the village does have a line item for members that would like to attend that conference and learn more. And it's just a great opportunity. And yeah, so please talk to Ginny or I, or if you have any interest in that, and we'll get you some more information.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other roundtable items?
Okay.
Oh, John, did you want to say, mention something about Susan?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, my partner Susan,
Here, John.
yeah, Susan had a mishap,
You want, come on up here.
Easter times,
So you can face everybody.
before Easter. And, yeah, somehow she fell and was in Sharp Hospital for 12 days. And, she's recovering now. And, I wish she was in better shape, but yeah, she's still in bed there. And I want your thoughts and prayers to go for her and help her recover so she can get back home again.
Yeah. Okay, our
Thank
prayers
you.
will be with her.
Uh-huh,
Thank you for sharing that.
right.
Okay.
They're welcome.
Yes.
Yes,
Mm-hmm,
okay.
yeah.
All right. Thanks, John.
Okay.
Okay, Linda? Linda, did you want to say anything? Right, you need a microphone here.
Thank you very much. Well, Cinco de Mayo, blessings to all of you. Can you hear me? I never seem to hold this correctly. When I was working at a school site, somebody was always telling me how to do it. So if you want to do it, please feel free. Talk a little louder. That's not too loud. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Well, once again, Feliz Cinco de Mayo. And as you know, last month I told you that I contacted both of our local Mexican restaurants to see if we could go there afterward to have a bite to eat. And and could we make reservations? And they said, no, both of them said, and I told you this, that no, they would not take reservations. So Jenny and I sent our husbands there at 4 o'clock today because they told me when I talked on the phone that if a couple people came early, that they would try to have some extra seats available. And I was so excited. I was hoping I could tell you, yes, 10 of you can join us. So the reason I've had my phone in my hand this whole time is that the two of them went and there are 2 extra seats. But that doesn't mean that there aren't other seats because it's still pretty early. So I know this is no big deal to a lot of people, but it is kind of my job to bring the information to you. So there's the information, and anybody else wants to come, and try and join us. We'd love to have you. Thank you. I'm sorry, Tierras on a Mexican restaurant. Thank you.
Want to get back, or are you gonna say something? Okay, I think we just end with a big round of applause for Ken Ross, because he's been a wonderful president. He's still president this whole month. Until the end of the month. Okay. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I think we're done.